Hey everyone, welcome to the video on Bitcoin. This is Friday. It's April 3rd, 2020, and we're reaching close to the end of the day. It is 3 p.m. here Eastern Time, and so I want to take a look at Bitcoin. I want to take a look at what is what I'm looking at here as far as the charts go. Things look pretty good, and so I want to take a look and update the chart that we were outlining yesterday and make the adjustments and find out where things are potentially going to be going and determine whether or not we have bottomed out, if this correction is done. So let's take a look at this. And of course, before I get into this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I am just one guy giving my opinion on the market. If you want real-time collaboration, join our Discord server. One of the guys on the server was talking to me earlier today and said, "Hey, that video that you did just for the people on the Discord server, which I do from every now and again." I do a video and I do not publicly post it, and it's just private videos. If you want access to those, you just need to ask, right? Ask for access to the server. I'd be more than happy to get that out to you. All right, so let's take a look at the chart. I have not changed this since yesterday. Okay, I have not changed this one bit since yesterday. I want to outline what it is that we were looking at yesterday and see whether or not any of this actually worked out. So I'm going to remove some of this garbage on here, and I'm going to move myself to a 15-minute chart just so that I can show this. So yesterday, we had worked our way down here to about 6,700, and I said, okay, well, we're probably going to go back to the 50, and then we're going to come down here for a 100% retracement. All right, so now I'm going to remove these because price action did change. But what I would be willing to say is we created a pivot here, and then we created a pivot up here. All right, and these are important pivots to pay attention to. So first off, I'm going to take this fib pull that I've got, I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to go down right to here. Okay, so this looks really good. All right, so not only did we pull ourselves down here to about 66.50, we pulled up almost exactly to the 618, okay? So I'm going to pull this off to the side. I'm going to try and get as close as I can. Came right up here to the 618. So this was great. I was expecting this, right? And you should have all been expecting this as well. We see we have our first move down. So this would be our A. And then we have our B. And now we should be putting in the C. And what it looks like, it still looks like we're coming down to 6,400. I said this yesterday, 6,400, it looks like we're coming down. Okay, now each one of these waves, I'm not going to get into an Elliott wave lesson here because I feel like we kind of covered that yesterday, but let me move down to a 5-minute chart and so we can take a look at this. There's a lot of noise here. There's a lot of noise here, but this is important, okay? So from up here, it could be said that this is, all right, this looks like a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Okay, and then from there we have a 3 wave. All right, so we've got a 1, an A, and a B, and then a C to take us up there. So we have a 5, 3, and then we should expect 5 waves down from there. Okay, a 5, 3, 5, just a simple correction. 5, 3, 5. And what do we have here? Okay, so from right here, we've got potentially a 1, a 2, a 3, and then we have an A, a B, a C into a 4, and then we should be pulling down for this 5. That's going to take us right back down here to 6,400. This is really where I'm expecting us to go, you guys. All right, and as far as our trend-based fib extension goes, again, we're measuring this first move. We're pulling back to our next dominant pivot, and we're projecting from that. So we're looking at the length of this first wave, and 100% parity is going to take us all the way down here to 100%. Now the time isn't always exactly the same, but the length, I believe in this case, will. So I'm really expecting with this right here, I'm expecting this to be an A, a B, and then a C. We don't know where this is really going to end, but I would imagine we're probably going to get some scam pump into the daily close, which is happening in a couple hours. This is going to take a little bit of time. Maybe this happens beforehand. But I do think that we're going to get this leg down. Again, 6,400 is where I do believe that we are likely going to go. Now, would I short here? No, I wouldn't short here because I do think that we are creating a bit of a bottom. Now, looking at the 5-minute time frame, we do look like we're going to be pulling back here. We look like we're going to pull back. No real divergence that is really worth mentioning here, at least in a 5-minute. If I go to a 15-minute chart, let's see what this looks like. It really looks like we're starting to create a little bit of a bottom here. So yeah, I would say that it is very possible that we do come down here to 6,400. It would make a lot of sense for us to come back down there to tap liquidity. And what we've got this level right here, which has been prior support, right? So if we try and overlap this as close as we can right here to 6,400, let's just take a look at this. We've got resistance, resistance, support, support. We fell through and then we broke back up and it was support, then we fell through. We tapped into liquidity to the downside. This was down here back at the time. If I go to an hourly time frame, what we're going to see, this right here when we tapped into liquidity was at a time where the 1 hour and the 3 hour were both in oversold conditions. We fell through, we tapped into liquidity, and then we moved violently to the upside. Okay, and then we move sideways and we move violently to the upside. We had a good rejection, and then we have a bounce, and then we're coming down here to finish this. I know it looks kind of wonky on a 60-minute time frame, but I wanted to get dig into this just to kind of validate what my thoughts are here. And right now, I do see validation as to what I'm expecting to see from this. I do think we're going to come back down here. This is going to be the bottom for a while. Frank, thanks for putting the comment in here. I'm going to place an invite right in here for you, so you can you can join the Discord server right from here. So let me go ahead and copy this. It's going to be valid for the next day. It's right here in the YouTube chat. So feel free to join. We'd love to have you. All right. Again, I think that we've got a 1, a 2, a 3, A, B, C into the 4, and then we're going to come down. I think we're going to come down to 6,400 this weekend, based on what I see here. This is going to be the 100% parity. If we fail 6,400, we're going to come down here to the 1236, which is going to be at 6,250. Okay, so but this is the place to buy. Okay, now again, I see a lot of people talking like, I see the price going up. Do I buy now? When we pushed up above 7,000, right? I put a big post on the Discord and I was like, don't buy here, right? Don't buy here. I told you guys to buy at 5,000. I told you guys to buy at 6,000. Then finally I said 6,150. That's the place to buy, and that was right here. No, sorry, this was back here. My bad. So we got as low as 61.4150, and I was like 61.50, guys. That's going to be it. And then we've moved up, and we're still up $600 from there. Now I'm saying that 6,400 is the place to buy. Potentially one of your last chances, at least for now. Now Bitcoin. All right. So Zapix. What if I told you Bitcoin will fall below 5,000 by the end of the month? That is very possible, and I would honestly actually say that is a probable possibility. But I think for the next 2 weeks, at least until about April 13th to April 15th, we are going to be trending up. After that, it's all off the table. Our play here, just so that you realize, I'm not talking about buying this for a large move up. We still have this move up here, which again, I'm expecting this to complete by mid-April. But after mid-April, yeah, absolutely a crazy fall could happen. I've got this wave 2 down here at about 5,800, but I am not married to that. I don't have a technical reasoning for the pullback to be here at 6,000. I only have that there just as a placeholder. I'm not saying that the price is going to pull back to 6,000 and that's going to be it. Very possible it goes down below 5,000. But what I will say is, for the extreme short term, and I'm talking the next 2 weeks, I do think that we're going to continue to trend up. So I will totally remember that we could be below 5,000 by the end of the month. I think right now the probability is we're going to be trending up for the next 1 to 2 weeks, and after that I will be cashing out of positions and I will be waiting for a pullback because we are going to get it. But what I'm not going to predict is how far it's going to go until we have created that dominant pivot. So that's my thought on that. So Zapix, I hope that that maybe makes you feel a little better that I'm not just a moon boy. I do have some technical reasoning behind what I'm thinking, and again, I'm looking at the next 2 weeks for trending up, and then once we top out, then I'm going to be cashing out. I'm going to be waiting for a significant pullback, because once this is done, we are going to pull back, and it is very possible that we come down below 6,000, but we'll have to wait until we get there. Okay, guys. I wanted to get this update to you, and hopefully it helped you. And if it did, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I do appreciate you guys joining. And again, if you want access to the Discord server, I'd be more than happy to have you on there. I threw out the invite code here in the YouTube chat. Feel free to go ahead and join us. We'd love to have you. I see we've already got a couple people joining in here. So, Frank, good to see you in there. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay inside, and don't talk to strangers.